It's 59 days to the presidential and parliamentary elections here in Ghana. Hello, good evening, and welcome to Joy News Prime with me, Samuel Kojo Brace. We're live on DSTV channel 421, GoTV channel 125, and around the world on myjoyonline.com. Coming up this hour, more pressure mounts on the president to declare state of emergency as the Accra Archdiocese of the Catholic Church petitions him to declare state of emergency over Galamsey.
They are, however, baffled at the fact that all the communiques issued by the Ghana Catholic Bishops' Conference are falling on deaf ears. As Christians, we feel compelled to do something beyond the many statements that have been issued regarding this disaster.
Details as statesman Kwame Pienim is warning against the politicization of the fight against Galamsey.
If a politician comes and says this existential threat, I do not have a proposal, credible proposal for resolving it in 6 months' time, he is not competent to govern this country.
We'll also tell you why over 20,000 graduates of Padia licensure examinations and are in good standing with the allied health professionals are now without employment. Now, the task force on illegal mining has declared an unrelenting war on illegal miners operating in Ghana's water bodies, vowing to continue their operations until the polluted waters are restored. Commander Colonel Eric Tinedu says the task force, consisting of fully armed soldiers, is determined to comb through every water body in the country dealing with individuals mining illegally. Maxwell Agbaba was embedded in the team that toured or that went on the Birim River and has come through with this report.
It's about 4:29 a.m. The weather is still not cleared up yet, but as you can see, more than 5 pickups filled up with military men are heading to various illegal mining sites in the country, but they're fully armed to the teeth, and we're told that this is part of government's enhanced program to combat illegal mining, popularly known as Galamsey, which has dominated the conversation in the last weeks.
Well, so in some minutes, the militia is going to blow up that earth-moving machine that was being used to mine in this forest. And it asks us to lie down this way. And that is what they're going to use to blow up this machine. He's counting down 3, and then he'll blow it up. It's going to be so loud. Down, go down. Okay, now,
This is not a war zone. The explosion you just heard was from soldiers using explosives to destroy an excavator in the forest near the Birim River.
Explosion that just happened here. And one of the soldiers tells me that there's nothing that can be done about this machine again. It can never be used again.
Other equipment, including water pumps and champagne machines belonging to illegal miners, were also destroyed and set ablaze.
Part of the marching orders to the military on this Operation Halt campaign against illegal mining is to destroy every illegal mining equipment used in mining in water bodies. And that is exactly what personnel here on the ground are doing.
The journey through the thick forest was long, as soldiers searched for illegal mining sites along water bodies. With the help of drones, they were able to locate and target these sites.
Well, this is the heavily polluted River Birim, looking very brownish in color. It is a reflection of the state of Ghana's water bodies. And this is what is getting a lot of people infuriated, including organized labor, demanding action to end illegal mining, popularly known as Galamsey, in Ghana's water bodies and forest reserves.
You can see that the water is very, very, very heavily polluted.
The chairman of the Eastern Region Ghana National Small-Scale Miners Association, Mohamed Alwa, expressed deep concern about the continuous pollution of water bodies caused by illegal miners.
The water is very, very, very heavily polluted. As a result of that, you can see the color of the water have changed drastically, and it's something that is very bad. If you look at the water, how they polluted it, the illegal miners polluted it, it's not good. Actually, the state of the waters are bad. We are happy with what the government is doing now, collaborating with the small-scale mining. We are very, very happy. I'm sure it will bear a very nice, beautiful results, and I'm sure things will go smoothly with what we are doing. By putting blanket ban on all small-scale mining or all mining in Ghana, especially with the small-scale mining, is something that we are thinking that it's not the right way. Because it's not the right way, because the livelihood of a lot of Ghanaians depend on the small-scale mining. Yes, some people may be polluting the water, but those are the illegal ones. We should talk about those ones so that we can flush them out and the water will be clean.
So you have a task force, the Ghana National Association of Small-Scale Miners. You have a task force.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
It appears your task force is unable to achieve much when it comes to the fight against illegal mining.
We have achieved a lot when you first launched the task force. But the problem we have now is finance, and we need backing of the government, actually. Now that the government is backing us, I'm sure we can go far. We can go far with the operation.
Now I'm in a naval boat with military personnel on the Brim River, heading towards a site where several Shamfan machines are operating. The soldiers are tasked with destroying all of them. And here, they did exactly that. Using large hammers, the soldiers destroyed the Shamfan machines that illegal miners were using to extract gold from the river. It is part of their mandate to destroy any equipment involved in illegal mining on water bodies in the country. The commander of the Joint Task Force Operation Halt 2, Colonel Eric Tinedu, says the main focus of the current operation is to stop the water pollution caused by the illegal miners.
In all, we were able to destroy about 18 Shamfans that were on the water bodies, and then about 10 machines, water pumping machines also on the water bodies. This is an effort to help bring back the color of our water bodies. And so it will continue. Just like I said, today is the first day, tomorrow will continue, but then I'm unable to tell you where we are going tomorrow. When it's time, I'll let you know. But for now, all that I can say is that we are going to all the water bodies. And we have started from Brim. Tomorrow, we'll go to another location. And then we'll continue until we cover all the water bodies in the country. And hopefully, we want to see a change in the color of our water bodies.
So Operation Halt 2, is it restricted just to water bodies or forest to mining in the forest too? You'll have to.
Okay, Operation Halt 2 comprises water bodies and the forest. Okay. Basically, it's about anti-illegal mining activities. And wherever that activity is going on, we are supposed to act on it. But for now, the directive and the instructions we have for this first phase is on water bodies. Okay. Strictly on water bodies for now. And then after this phase, maybe the next phase, I don't know yet. If we are directed to go into the forest, then we are going to the forest. But for this first phase, it's on the water bodies. Well, for now, so like I said, this is the first phase. So the first phase is 2 weeks. Maybe after that, another 2 weeks, until all the water bodies are covered. But then I have told you that we are covering all the water bodies. And so if we don't finish, I'm not sure we will stop until we are able to cover the water bodies, and then we send the message that we want to send and get our water back. Okay. This one too, I said it earlier, that while going forward, we try to cover our back. So we get some standby patrol team that from time to time, they'll go and patrol the areas that we have covered already.
Well, still on Galamsey, the Accra Archdiocese of the Catholic Church has today petitioned President Akufo-Addo to declare a state of emergency over Galamsey and its effect on river bodies and the natural resources that we do have. Now, the church embarked on a prayer walk today against Galamsey from the Holy Spirit Cathedral, which is at Bakra, all the way to the Christ the King Parish, which is opposite the Jubilee House. And my colleague Kenneth Jesse was with the team throughout and has come through with this report.
It all ends here. The unprecedented prayer walk against illegal mining by the Catholic Church in Accra, which started from the Holy Spirit Cathedral at Bakra, came to an end here at the Christ the King Parish.
The priests, religious and lay faithful of the Catholic Archdiocese of Accra, the Conference of Major Superiors of Religious Ghana, have observed with great alarm the destruction of our environment, especially through illegal mining, otherwise known as Galamsey. We are, however, baffled at the fact that all the communiques issued by the Ghana Catholic Bishops' Conference are falling on deaf ears. As Christians, we feel compelled to do something beyond the many statements that have been issued regarding this disaster. Hence, our environmental prayer walk, to beseech God for his help and also to pray for those in public offices who are vested with power to direct our collective resolve.
The devastation going on in the Galamsey areas is just too much. And as a church, we have the need to take this step to express our dissatisfaction about the devastation going on. Because God gave us this planet to take care of. And when we go and face him at the judgment throne, he will ask us, what did you do when you came to the earth? You see. So that's why I'm into it.
If the church calls on us as Christians and as good citizens to come together to draw attention that, hey, what is going on is bad, we all need to get involved. It's not left to one or two people to tackle. It is something that affects everybody. We all drink water, we all eat, you understand? And the way Galamsey activities are affecting our forest and water bodies, we need to do something about it. So we as Christians and as Catholics, we are just adding our voice to the call for the right thing to be done. This is to government because they have the power, they have the authority and everything, but as well it goes to everybody, including those who are also involved in Galamsey. They also eat, they drink. So if they pollute the water and the environment, where would they get their daily bread from?
When they got to their final destination, they presented a petition to the seat of government, which was received on behalf of the president by a representative from the Jubilee House, who thanked them for a peaceful march and assured them that the president will receive the petition as soon as possible.
That you are in the right direction, we shall pass your petition to the president, and I assure you, as soon as he returns from international assignment, he would have a dialogue with the country. He shall speak to the nation, because this matter is of prime interest to all of us. It cuts across everybody. It goes beyond politics. It cuts across every citizen, and we shall give the utmost attention to it.
Already, actions have been taken by President Akufo-Addo after pressure from organized labor. But many are asking if that is sustainable. Time will definitely tell. From the Christ the King Parish in Accra, my name is Kenneth Jesse for Joy News.
Now, still on Galamsey, statesman Kwame Pienim is worried that no flag bearer has shown commitment towards the fight against Galamsey. He says none of them has presented workable solutions to helping deal with the problem on hand. And he is, however, cautioning that people should not politicize the fight against Galamsey. Listen.
This issue is too big. It should not be politicized. It's a national issue. Do you want your wife, your sister, your mother, your cousin to wait 9 months to have a baby to deliver this monster. What does it do to them? And health-wise, you are ingesting mercury, cyanide, and all these heavy metals. Your kidney, those of us who have just one kidney or one half, your kidney, your liver are being destroyed. So it doesn't matter how much money you are making on galamsey, walking through the water, eating, even the water touching your skin and going in. You'll be dead in 4 years, 5 years. Is that what you want? But this is the information we need. If I'm meeting gardeners, Kontumre and Apim, the plantains, the CSIR should be doing research now. They should telling us, the Food and Drugs Authority, Ghana Standard Board, should be telling us now, those of us eating gardeners, what fruits, watermelon, pawpaw, mango, what fruits should we be careful about eating, because they absorb these heavy metals that will kill us. When you put this information in a way that our journalists understand and our journalists interpret it to the broader people, you are educating all of us. What do politicians on votes? If I'm going to die and I hear you, a politician, you don't have a proposal to solve this, they call existential threat. It means it will kill us.
All of us.
All of us. If it's existential to Ghana, there will be no water here. We'll migrate to other people's land to go and fetch water. All of us, you are drinking water bottled here from Pong or from Wager. They cannot remove heavy metal from it. Ghana Water Company should tell us that. So you and I are ingesting that. Those few people who made a lot of money from it, the high politicians, may be drinking avian water. Do you drink avian water?
No.
Also, all of us are compromised. So if a politician comes and says, this existential threat, I do not have a proposal, credible proposal for resolving it in 6 months' time, he is not competent to govern this country.
This is John News Prime. We'll take a break here. We'll be back with more. But the fight is still on. Stop Galamsey now. Welcome back from the break. Now, over 20,000 graduates who have passed their licensing examinations and are in good standing with the Allied Health Professions Council and are without employment. Now, the council is decrying this situation fueled by rampant migration of mature professionals to seek greener pastures overseas. Leaders accuse the government of discrimination in recruitment. Here's a report by Clinton Yeboah.
The Allied Health Professions Council of Ghana is a body established by an Act of Parliament to regulate the training and practice of allied health professions in the country. This year, 2,536 newly qualified allied health graduates in various professions have been inducted and sworn into the profession. The council, however, fears the new inductees will add to the stagnant pool of allied health professionals without jobs in the country. Acting Registrar of the Allied Health Professions Council, Dr. Daniel Atanyako, is advocating equity and fairness in the recruitment to make up for the rampant relocation of members.
And for since 2020, the number of professionals who have license are not given clearance to be employed. It's a call for concern. Because as a regulatory body, you are doing your job, but you also need to ensure that the people you regulate, those that you license, also have ability to work. So it's a very serious concern to us, and we appeal to the powers that be. We know the ministry is doing its work. We have collaborated with the Ministry of Health. We have presented names of our professionals who are in good standing. The ministry is seeking clearance from the Ministry of Finance. We are appealing to the Ministry of Finance to grant clearance to our professionals so that they can also be proud and work for the interests of Ghanaians. Now, unfortunately, it is those who are experienced who are being taken out. So even though we don't see allied the numbers coming up, but there are a huge number of allied professionals who have left the country, and there are people who are still home.
Dr. Daniel Atanyako made these comments at the induction and oath-swearing ceremony for newly qualified allied health graduates held in Kumasi. The event was themed Transforming Healthcare Allied Health Professionals as Catalysts for Quality Improvement, highlighting the essential role that allied health professionals play in shaping the future of healthcare in the country and the world beyond. The induction transitions the new professionals from the training room to the work field. Consultant medical laboratory scientist Dr. Thomas Kwabna Jampoma is charging the professionals to work together, leveraging the power of technology.
Dear esteemed inductees, today marks the beginning of your identity as professional provisional allied health professionals. Which opens the gate for you to begin your intention. But remember that your focus is allocated permanently into your respective profession. Your intention is expected to improve your knowledge, skill, and also build your professional acumen to become a perfect allied health professional with the capacity of leading the transformation in the healthcare sector.
Reporting for Joy News, my name is Clinton Yeboah.
Now, teenage pregnancy and poverty are major barriers hindering the development of girls, particularly in Ghana and across Africa. Recognizing these challenges, stakeholders and development partners have launched several initiatives aimed at helping girls overcome these obstacles and to reach their full potential. On the occasion of the International Day of the Girl Child, Joy News' MFA Etiamwa Eli reports on how initiatives such as the Safety Net and the Adolescent Corner, introduced by UNICEF and Plan Ghana, are supporting many girls in northern Ghana to return to school even after giving birth.
At Pishigu in the northern region of Ghana, the introduction of Safety Net has significantly reduced teenage pregnancies and school dropouts. Girls now have access to adolescent health corners where they can seek advice and support.
So in 2022 we had 4.2, then 2023 we had 1.3, a huge reduction in teenage pregnancy. As it stands in 2024, Pishigu Health Center haven't recorded any teenage pregnancy yet as a result of this activity, and all is because of the inception of these safety net activities.
With the safety nets and the adolescent health services, many young girls like 18-year-old Maimunatu are able to return to school after giving birth.
I became pregnant, then I was feeling shy. I stopped schooling. I wasn't accessing health service, but later on, the health service personnel came to the house, saw me, and encouraged me to go back to school. They told me that being pregnant will not prevent me from going to school. So I started my schooling again.
The story of 16-year-old Latifa Salifu echoes this sentiment. With the help of the Adolescent Corner, she has been able to care for a 2-year-old while continuing her education. She hopes to one day become a nurse and give back to her community.
I feel happy going back to school, and I aspire to be like the nurses who are working here.
While these interventions are proving effective, challenges remain. Health officials worry about sustaining the progress made once external funding, primarily from UNICEF, ends.
Let's now return and check on organized labor's engagement or warning for the presidency to act on calamity. And president of the KNUST local chapter of the University Teachers Association of Ghana, Professor Eric Abavare, is demanding that the president and government give instructions and not mere enforcement to halt illegal mining activities in the country. Government is embarking on a renewed fight to clamp down on illegal mining activities on river bodies under its Operation Halt. However, Professor Abavare, together with some members of the association, observe the renewed effort could be one of the usual pretentious efforts to end the menace. Speaking on Love FM, he likened the situation to government's responsiveness during the management of the COVID-19 pandemic and insisted that the president must personally call for a halt on illegal mining.
We have instruction and we have enforcement. Instruction comes before enforcement. Without an instruction, there's no enforcement. During COVID time 2020, the president stood at Jubilee House and gave either instruction or directive that Greater Kumasi, Greater Accra, there was a shutdown, wasn't it?
Lockdown.
As soon as that statement was made by the president, the next day what happened?
There was a lockdown.
We saw the lockdown. We also saw the police, the military, all on the road and the street, wasn't it?
Ensuring that people stay.
But if that statement had not come, do you think the police would have a business going to be on the street to say that because of COVID, people should not go about their business? So what UTAG was asking government, and the basis for us, our strike is that we want the government to give instruction to say, I do not want to see any earth-moving machines on our road. We don't want to see any champagne, because the champagnes, they brought in, what do you call it, the component. They are brought from China.
Through our ports.
And they pass through our ports.
Yeah.
So if the instruction had been made that we don't want to see such a thing, at the port of entry,
we bend them there.
You don't even enter. What you read to the listener, they were the enforcement. But the key part, which is the instruction, didn't come.
Meanwhile, President of the Apiaminkan University chapter of UTAG, Professor Yahant Diso Arthur, says the organized labor must render an apology to its members for their surprising U-turn in the fight against Galamsey.
UTAG strike is actually going to hold on the government to actually go according to the plan that he or the government has put out there. In fact, when the other labor unions are now relaxing, I can tell you that there is nothing that is going to happen because they have succeeded, one, in dividing your funds. As I speak to you, organized labor's front is divided by the government. As I speak to you, organized labor's leadership have lost credibility by their members. The leadership of organized labor should come and apologize to the members they lead because they've disappointed them. Number two, I expect the government to bring in a policy of name and shame. When you let us look at all the licenses we have, issued.
Oh, let's do election headquarters now, and that is brought to you by Petrosol Platinum Energy, Energizing Dreams, the Chartered Institute of Management Accountants, and the American Institute of Certified Public Accountant, together as the Association of International Certified Professional Accountants, also by the German Ozone Medical Center, Alternative Therapy, Dental Wellness and Beauty, and also by the Chopbox Technologies, a convenient service, and Youth Bridge Foundation, bridging the gap for positive youth development. And tonight, errors in name spelling and issues with some party symbols have caused a delay in the printing of the Electoral Commission notice of poll for the December 7 general elections, according to a statement from the EC. The printing of notices of poll for both the presidential and parliamentary election is scheduled to begin on Friday, October 11, 2024. However, and because that was the time it was supposed to begin, however, the actual printing of ballot papers will only commence after the Commission provides ballot statistics to all candidates, political parties, and printing houses. But before the commencement of the exercise, some representatives of the parties raised issues with the process. Here is Deputy Director of Elections with the NDC, Dr. Rashid Tanko Computer.
Close meeting with the Electoral Commission right now with my other colleagues on the issue of the notice of polls that they are going to print. We will just sign off a sample of the notices of poll. So as we speak now, printing has not commenced because there are some few corrections they need to put. My other colleagues have issues with their symbols. Some has issues with their spelling of their candidate's name. So because of that, they have to go and do some corrections on them before they can now proceed with the printing. Like we rightly put, we have no issues with the printing of the notice of poll. It's just the corrections, which we have just done right now. Just close the meeting with them. We have no issue. Our issues with them was about the printing of the ballot papers, which their initial letter sought to indicate that they wanted to go ahead with the print of the ballot papers, of which we have issues and told them that could not be the case because you don't just print ballot papers without a document that is the certified voters register and then the statistics therein before the printing can commence. So that is our issue, and thank God they have come to clarify that they won't go ahead with the printing of the ballot papers. And so with that one, we are good to go. We believe that Ghanaians should be thankful of NDC Eagle Eye that is always putting the Electoral Commission on check to make sure that they do the right thing.
Meanwhile, a disqualified presidential aspirant for this year's election, Sam Ankra, has criticized the decision by the Electoral Commission to go ahead with the printing of the notice of polls and ballot papers. He says this decision by the Commission is a slap in the face or on the face of democracy.
Them to go ahead and invite agents of various candidates regarding the printing of the ballot paper to the various printing houses is totally unfair and unacceptable, and is a clear indication of what everyone thought about how and why Sam Ankra was disqualified. Indeed, it's deepening the thought I was disqualified on the premises of an intentional act of deception and suppression of information by the Electoral Commission. I don't think this is good for the Electoral Commission in terms of deepening democracy and also building confidence of the people going forward to such a big elections. I'm using this opportunity once again to appeal to the EC to make their to look at the situation and correct themselves. Failure to do so, as I've said, we're willing to go all the way to the Supreme Court if we have to. The act of going ahead to print these ballot papers, regardless of what is pending, is totally unfair and a slap on the face and also not good for our democracy.
Now, former Deputy Upper West Regional Minister Abu Kangsang Abata says the stakes are high in the 2024 general elections because it is meant to rescue the country. Abu Kangsang Abata, who is also on aid to the NDC vice presidential candidate, Professor Jane Nana Opokunwajiman, opined that the behavior of the Electoral Commission is questionable and does not show transparency in the electoral process. He has therefore called on well-meaning Ghanaians to come out in their numbers to give the NDC a resounding victory. He made the call at the launch of the party's campaign in the Upper West region. Rafiq Salam reports from Wa.
The Dafema Bure Easter constituency is one of many constituencies that the new Patriotic Party in the Upper West region has their eyes on, but has never laid hands on it. The closest they came to winning was in 2008 when Matthias Asumapoza defeated lawyer Ekodesa by 113 votes. Since then, it has been smooth sailing for the NDC as they added a hat-trick of parliamentary victories, the latest coming in the 2020 polls. The dominance of the NDC in the constituency appears to be simmering down due to perceived disunity in the party following the party's parliamentary primary. Former Deputy Upper West Regional Minister Abu Kabiembata Kansangabata pitched his strength against incumbent Member of Parliament Dr. Sebastian Sandare and lost by a handful of votes, who thus appears to create a wedge in the party. Abu Kabiembata Kansangabata, at the launch of the party's campaign at Fiang, debunked the notion, stating that the party is unshakable.
Our party now in DBR is unshakable. It's unshakable. The unity is strong. You could see every single person that matters in DBR and this politics is present here. And we are not here just to show our face, but we are here to commit ourselves, commit our resources, dedicate our time and every single thing to ensure that we retain the seat. So the NDC DBI, I can assure the media fraternity that is now more united and more solid, and we are poised for victory, no shaking.
He urged all well-meaning Ghanaians to come out in their numbers to vote against the MPP to salvage the country from their misrule and unbridled corruption.
The behavior and attitude of the Electoral Commission and MPP should be a challenge and worry to every single NDC supporter. Why we should work assiduously to win convincingly, to win parliamentary seat convincingly, because their attitude and posturing behavior towards this election doesn't show clear transparency.
The National Democratic Congress has served notice it would not accept attempts to prevent Ghanaians living in Togo from participating in the upcoming general elections. According to the NDC National Chairman Johnson Asiedu Nketia, the opposition party will squarely meet any act of discrimination against people crossing into the country via land to vote. Speaking at a rally in Ziokpe, in the Agotime-Ziokpe constituency, which lies on the Ghana-Togo border, he questioned the intentions of the ROPA law passed by the governing New Patriotic Party.
The National Democratic Congress is determined to maintain the Agotime-Ziokpe parliamentary seat, which has been its traditional seat since 1992. Addressing a rally in Ziokpe, the NDC National Chairman, Johnson Asiedu Nketia, said the opposition party would resist attempts to suppress their votes.
They will find every reason to prevent you from voting and to prevent Ghanaians living in Togo from coming to their own country to vote. And these are people who pretend that they care for Ghanaians who live outside. And so they passed the ROPA law. And when they were preparing to pass the ROPA law, you know which country they went first to talk to Ghanaians? It was Togo. So the logic they want us to understand is that if you are in America, you are a Ghanaian, you are living in America, and you fly to Kotoka International Airport, they will allow you to go and vote. But if you are a Ghanaian living in Lomé, and you want to cross over to come and vote in your hometown, that one, you are a Togolese, you are an alien. They must not allow you to go. We shall not accept that discrimination.
The Agotime-Ziokpe NDC parliamentary candidate, Charles Abavare, entreated the electorate to come out in their numbers and vote on December 7th to enable the constituency to meet its target.
Yes, National Chairman votes for NDC.
Fred Kwame Asari, Joy News, Ziokpe.
This is still Joy News Prime. We'll take a quick break here. We'll be back with more. Please do stay. And we're just 57 days until election day. Political parties and candidates are in full swing with their campaigns. And as always, Prince Kwame Kudoga has the lighter side of the campaign so far.
So let's kick off things with the People's National Convention, PNC, which seems to be struggling to accept their disqualification from the presidential race. This time, party chairman Samson Asakia Wingobed is taking on those who didn't show them any sympathy.
I do believe, say, nobody from NDC, not even President Mahama, or Asiedu Nketia, or Fifi Kwete, none of them,
Obiam Fred Bernard
Mona, to say my brother, to sympathize with us. Look, you know who called?
Who?
My leader made me, and I feel cold. I had cold immediately when he told me. He said it is the New Patriotic Party president candidate.
Who, Dr. Baumia?
His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Baumia.
Rather
who phone. We were thinking that it is MPP who made them to disqualify us. Me and my leader, we are saying that it is MPP that made Jen Mensah to disqualify us. But The one you think is your enemy is not your enemy.
But how is life treating disqualified presidential aspirant Bernard Mona?
What people pay loyalty and what people do not pay loyalty, it pains. Did you know till date that my president candidate, if you have to move to go and campaign or to go somewhere, we have to go to a hiring car and rent Land Cruiser. He lost this. We went to file our election. We suffered to get money to go and file, and we have been disqualified, miserable. Bernard is a strong guy, and somebody could have just break down.
Now, the youth are being touted as a decisive population in the upcoming presidential election, which explains why every party is rolling out the red carpet to woo them.
There's more on myjoyonline.com. My name is Samuel Kojo Braze.